I'm thinking about a really concrete example that just came up today in a meeting that I was in, where we have a leadership team sitting in an entirely separate building from a field team. And while both groups of people express security, they work in an industry where they're under a lot of pressure and security from outside factors is important. In the building where the leadership team sits, glass to that building is bulletproof. In the building where the field team sits, it's not. While maybe is known by the leadership team, it's maybe not understood what message that's sending the field team. And so it's not that they don't care about that. It's probably, like you said, just the lack of exposure and time in the building where the field team sits. And that sort of power dynamic and bringing that experiential understanding, do they think that there's going to be bullets flying into either of these buildings all the time? I hope not. But even without that, it still is sending a message to the group that's in the second building. And it's those kinds of qualitative facts, I think, that leadership teams appreciate because they just can't always see it firsthand.
Yeah, and they can't see it firsthand, and again, it is their job to make sure everybody keeps their jobs or to make sure that the company survives at a very high level. And so their focus is often external. And so taking that moment, and we don't have a lot of time always with leaders to really pack a punch and talk about the impact of this decision, both in terms of trust and if you take your time because you're feeling inertia, whether it's not the most pressing thing on your plate right now, or you can't figure out how to make a decision as a group or whatever it may be, is then perceived and felt as, well, they're not going to do anything. This was all performative. And so it's that idea of what's a small thing you could do to show this is something that's important to us right now. This is what we can do. And, moving forward, then reiterate some of those small steps that you can take toward a bigger change.